Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another live stream here in the Lazy Arquitecto, where we are all about sharing quick ways to be more productive. We create custom tools like the one from today that we're going to create, and we also create dynamic blocks, basically anything that we can share related to AutoCAD that can save us some time. We're going to share it here in this channel live. So if your time is important, well, this is your channel, and considering showing up each Saturday or Sunday depending on my time, but you can show up here to learn something new about AutoCAD. So far we have 5 people connected. That's great that you are showing up here with me today. Also, you're gonna learn something awesome today that is gonna help you work more efficient in AutoCAD, right? So before, as always, before we start today's live stream, I like to go to the chat and say hi to you, uh, see where are you connecting from, and so let's go and let's do that. So we have sorry, I cannot pronounce your name because that's probably a different language, but you're saying hello, hi, thank you for being there. I think you're new because I didn't see you from our past live streams. So, welcome to the channel. So, if you use AutoCAD either for a school, for work, or you are trying to learn AutoCAD, this is your channel. So thank you for being here today. And so where are you guys connecting from, right? Um, so another thing I wanted to do today before we start the live stream is say thank you to a couple of people that became new members on YouTube. So the first one is Danielle Kimple. Danielle Kimple's become a YouTube member, as I was mentioning. Thank you, Danielle, for supporting my work, right? Because uh, I really appreciate it. And the other person is David Jones, that also became a YouTube member. Thank you, David Jones, for supporting my work again. Um, so let's go to the chat again. We have 7 people connected. That's great. So the Eritrean. So he's connecting from Eritrean. If you can be more specific and maybe say the country, that would be even better. But thank you. Um, Rola is saying hello from Greece. Hello, Rola. Thank you for being here again, I believe, because I remember I saw you on our past live streams. That's awesome that you keep showing up. And Rola also says, I love your channel. Thank you, Rola. So thank you for being here again today. It's gonna be something very great live stream because I'm gonna share a nice tool that is gonna help you work more efficient in AutoCAD. So we have 14 people connected on the chat. That's great that we have this number of people today. Um, and he said, my friend is saying East Africa. Okay, so that's better. Thank you for sharing that. I can now we right, everybody on the chat can now know you are from East Africa. That's awesome. By the way, for people who don't know me, my name is Irving, and right now I'm streaming from the US, but I was born in South America, Peru. So yeah, thank you for sharing where are you guys connecting from. All right. So I think we have 19 people connected on the chat. That's awesome, guys, that you are here today. Um, And before we start today's live stream, I wanted to share something really quick. So let me open this. Okay. All right, I might share it by the end of the live stream, but we have 17 people connected. That's awesome. And I think we're ready to start. As always, you can interrupt me at any time if you have questions or maybe suggestions, recommendations, basically anything that you see that you might want to know more about it. You can interrupt the live stream at any time. And also by the end of this live stream, we're gonna give you a moment to ask questions and talk about AutoCAD, right? All right, so let's jump to today's live stream. Um, so let me put this back over here and let's start. All right. So, all right, AutoCAD layers do not matter, not in the way that we all think it does. And I think by the end of watching this video, you will see exactly what this is the case, why this is the case. So let me show you this drawing I received from a consultant last week, right? So it's an exterior elevation. And basically what I needed to do here is hide my annotations, right? Because I only needed the drawing itself. So when I started doing that, right, freezing some layers, lay freeze. So I start freezing this, and you can see that some of my annotations were on a different layer, so I had to start freezing layers again. And since this is on another layer, it's on layer 0, so I cannot even freeze that anyway. So I kept freezing my annotations and you can see this drawing also the dimensions were on different layers, so I had to kind of freeze all of my annotation like so. And I even have this table over here that I didn't need it. Like I said, I only needed my geometry, right? So, but it was a problem. Some of the layers I couldn't, because again, if we check this layer, it's on layer 0. So at this point, I needed to fix this, put it on the correct layer, so I was able to freeze it, right? So it was a nightmare, as you can see. So this is one of the reasons why, specifically on this drawing from this client, I stopped using layers. And let me show you why. So I'm gonna do Control Z, right, to undo all of that mess. And so what I did then is I created a simple tool, a simple macro command. I call it lazy commands, right? That could hide all of my annotations temporarily, regarding if it is in a different layer or so on. So the way I did it, let me show you today how I did it really quick. So again, I created a macro command, and for that, I opened my new, it's almost brand new, but it's called command macros right here. So if you open that up, command macros again, you will see and find it over here on your AutoCAD interface, right? And again, if you don't have this command macros palette, don't worry, because I'm gonna also show you later how you can do or have this command from the tool palettes, right? Everybody will have tool palettes, so don't worry about that. I'll show you later. But for now, let's focus on the command macros. So at this point, I had a couple of recommendations from AutoCAD, right? So what I did is grab one of those and right click on it, and then click where it says command macro editor. So at this point I have this, so I can rename my new macro command. In this case I call it lazy nano hide, right? Because this command will hide all of my annotations, either text, leaders, and text, basically anything, right? So that's the name I gave it. And then over here under the macro option, of course, I have this macro right now that it is for another command that AutoCAD recommended me, but I don't need it. So that's why I'm reusing it, right? So over here, what I did is simply erase all of this and keep the CC, because this is a way to cancel any running action or command that the user, in this case you or me, were using at the time. So that's fine, CC. And I'll use this underscore to start a expression, a selection expression that is called SSX, right? So once I did that, I set none for the um, entities, right? And then after this, I say E for entity. So what entity I'm trying to select here, right? In order to hide. So I started adding the entity text, right? Like so, simply text. And then I said at this point, so I said text, and then, but of course we only, we don't have only text in AutoCAD, we also have mtext, right? So then I needed to add also mtext. Right? So at this point I have text and mtext, I cover both of those, right? So at this point I could simply say or utilize the hide objects command. So I'm gonna do hide objects. Right. So that's a command inside AutoCAD. And then what are we hiding, right? Well, we are hiding our previous selection that we did with the SSX. So we selected all of our text and mtext. So then I could use the pre option for previous. So look what happened now when I test this command, right? So before we test this, we have a comment on the chat, and it's Felicia Hernandez. Hi, Felicia. Buenos días, Lazy Arquitecto. Gracias por la transmisión en vivo. Bendiciones. She's just saying in Spanish, good morning, Lazy Arquitecto. Thank you for today's live stream, and wish you best luck for you. So thank you, Felicia. And let's keep moving. So we were about to test this, right? We are selecting all of our text and mtext, and we're hiding those objects with the previous option. So let's test that really quick by simply clicking OK. All right, so let's test that. Again, command, lazy and no hide. So I'm gonna click like so, and boom, you can see that all of your text and mtext were hidden, right? As you can see. However, we, for annotations, we only don't have text and mtext. We also have this. Let me check. So this is a multi-leader, right? And what is this? This is a leader. So you can see we have more annotations. In this case, this would be a dimension, right? So dimension, and what is this also? This would be a table, right? An AutoCAD table. So let's add those options to quickly finalize this tool or command. So let me undo that with Control Z, like so I can bring back all of my annotations. So let's go back on there, the command macros, and right click and pick command macro editor. So we can simply expand this and add a couple of more options. So far we have text and mtext. So let's add more annotation objects, in this case dimension, right? Dimension. And then we also have multi-leader. So multi-leader. And finally, we also have a table, right? Or yeah, table. So I'm gonna do a cat table. Oh, we forgot. We have also leaders, not only multi-leaders. So I'm gonna add leader like so. All right. So I think so far we covered all of our annotations. So let's click OK at this point. And before we test our final command, we have um, a comment on the chat uh, saying, please check the video, it's clear. Um, I I think the video is clear, right? I didn't do anything different from other live streams. Uh, so maybe it's your internet, my friend, because I see everything that is clear so far. But thank you for letting me know. Right, so let's quickly test the command again. So let's see annual height. So let's click on it and boom, you can see how beautiful it works. It hides temporarily all of your annotations, including tables, multi-leaders, leaders, text, text, and so on. So simply at this point, I could simply send this drawing to my client so I don't have to worry about layers, freezing, changing layers, and so on. So in order to unhide this, simply you can use the unhide option, right? The unhide or an isolate object, and you can see all of your annotations will come back. All right. So that's the lazy anno and hide. Now let me show you, if you don't have this command macros palette, let me quickly show you how you can do this on the tool palette. So for that, I'm simply gonna copy the macro, right, that we just created. So I'm gonna select it and then simply using Control C, I'm gonna copy and then I'm gonna go to my tool palettes, right? To open your tool palette, simply use Control 3 on your keyboard and you will have it like so. So at this point, you can right click and say new palette. So once you do that, you can rename your new palette over here by simply right clicking and rename it. And you can rename it macros or as you wish, right? So at this point, you can drag anything from your drawing in by left clicking on it and moving it to the tool palette and releasing it like so. So at this point, we can right click and pick properties, right? So once we do that, we can rename our command, in this case, lazy height, and then we can change the macro over here by simply pasting with Control V our macro code and simply click OK. So that's how you do it on the tool palette. You can simply test it now by clicking on it like so. All right. Again, unhide to unhide all of your annotations like so. All right, guys. So what do you think about this brand new lazy command? That's how I call it. Um, so yeah, what do you think? Let's go to the chat now and read some of your comments. About today's live stream, right? We came out with a brand new command for AutoCAD that is very useful. I use it all the time, so I don't have to worry about layers, fixing it, changing them, freezing them, and so on. That's why I said that I stopped working with layers, and specifically for this client, for this drawing, right? So yeah, what do you think? So we have 25 people connected on the chat. That's great that you guys are here. Um, so yeah, let me know on the chat what do you think about today's live stream, right? This awesome command, the lazy height that will hide temporarily all of your annotation. So let me go to the chat, and I think we already read this comment that says the video is not clear. Um, so yeah, that might be maybe your internet, my friend, because I can see it over here on my other screen that it's clear. But again, thank you for letting me know. Um, so let me see over here something. All right. So we have 27 people connected. That's awesome, guys, that you are here today with me. So yeah, let me know if you have questions or comments or suggestions before we wrap up today's live stream, right? So let me go over here. Oh, one thing that I wanted to mention, um, also that is very important. You reminded me, my friend, because you said that the video was not clear, but I double checked that and it was clear. But anyway, let me share over here my screen. So, what do you think, guys, about this new tool or command, right? That we just created it quickly to hide temporarily all of our annotations in AutoCAD. Isn't that great and quickly? So that was the almost brand new macros palette that AutoCAD introduced. But again, if you don't have it, maybe you're using an older version of AutoCAD, that's fine, because I also did show you how you can have this command using your tool palettes. Everybody have the tool palette, so you can have it there also, right? Um, so we have 23 people connected on the chat. That's awesome, and that you guys are here with me still today. Um, so thank you for being here, and I hope you learned something useful today, right? Um, as always, this live stream, we do it either Saturday or Sunday. It depends again, but we have we are around 10 a.m. I believe every Saturday or Sunday. So if you wanna join us again, you know how to do it. And this is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, United States time. Just because you might be in another country, right? So we have another comment on the chat. My friend says, how to load AutoCAD. Um, so are you asking how to install AutoCAD? Sure, let me show you. So let me go over here and let me share my screen really quick. So share screen. All right. Okay, I believe your question is how to get AutoCAD, right? How to download it in your computer. So you can do is on Google, right? On the internet, simply say AutoCAD. You can say free download or trial, right? So you have over here AutoCAD free trial for 30 days, so that way you can try it before you plan to get it. So you can simply download free trial from here. I hope you're seeing my screen, my friend, but that's how you can get AutoCAD for free for 30 days, so you don't have nothing to lose. All right. Oh, since I'm here, one thing that I want to mention is that we are almost getting this goal over here on Patreon. So thank you for that. So we have this goal that I have: when I reach $49 per month, I'll upgrade my live stream service to a professional, so that the StreamYard logo can be removed from the video screen and you can enjoy clean live streams. So I set up this goal a couple of months ago and we're almost there. So if you are interested on supporting my work, you can help us with that. So again, this is all on Patreon. If you are interested, of course, you have all of these tiers that you can help me with to support my work. So yeah, thank you for that. Um, so my friend is just saying is sending the thumbs up. That's awesome. Um, yeah, but that's how you can get AutoCAD, my friend. So, if do you guys have any questions or comments for me before we wrap up today's live stream? Just put it on the chat, and I will be able to read it. All right. So, yeah, we have 22 people connected. That's awesome that you guys are still here with me. Hope you learned something new today about AutoCAD, right? Something, if you're working with AutoCAD, you can use this command to work more, be more productive. If you are using even AutoCAD at school, you can use this tool. So, yeah. All right. So, I guess if there are no more questions, we're going to wrap up today's live stream with 25 people on the chat. That's incredible, right? That we are having more and more people connecting to our live streams. That's awesome, guys. Thank you for that. So, yeah, I mean, if there are no questions or suggestions for future live streams, I believe I'm gonna wrap up today's live stream with 24 people. That's awesome, guys. Thank you. So, um, let me go over here. And as always, today's live stream come thanks to my supporters, right? People who believe on my work, either on YouTube or Patreon. Thank you, and thanks to those people, you can watch this other video on your screen. So I'll see you over there.